Hi! Or my shirt says, hello, hello. I like hi, though. So, hey! Happy Friday! Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Oh, I miss you guys. Don't you wish there was like more Fridays in a week? Even though this week was kind of a short week, because Assist-U was like closing stuff on Monday, but it still feels like a pretty long week. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. It's an awesome week. Oh, so for Labor Day, even though it's supposed to be a day that you are supposed to relax, I still worked really. Trying to get some things out of the door, trying to work on some things for some clients. I have a client that has a really big launch tomorrow, and we'll actually talk about her in a few minutes. Hi, Michi. How are you doing? Happy Friday. So that was pretty much it for Labor Day. I worked in the car on the way to the beach. We all had masks on, had a good time at the beach right before it rained, and then, worked again in the car on the way home. So the life of a business owner, right? Right. So, but nonetheless, Monday passed, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday passed, and now we are here to Friday, and I am here with you for our date night. I'm so excited. So excited. Tonight is going to be jammed packed with information. So I'm going to give you a second. If you don't already have a notebook and a pen or a pencil or a crayon, because kids are back to school. So my kids' school supplies are like everywhere. To get your stuff together so you can take notes, because we're talking about 2021. We're like so done with 2020. Ugh, goodbye. See you later. Taking all of our wonderful actors and loved ones that we know. So we're really looking forward to 2021. I know I am, personally, professionally, spiritually. 2021, I am praying is going to be so much better than 2020. So go get a pen, paper, notepads. So you can take notes, because we're going to have tons of information of things that you're going to want to look at and write down and reference later. Again, you could watch this video again, but you want to definitely take notes while we're doing our thing on our date night. So if you're just joining, hi, so excited. Okay, so tonight we're actually also giving away a giveaway. So one of the things that you want to do once you actually get in is type the word unicorn. The word is unicorn, and I'll explain to you why in a second. So in order to enter yourself into the giveaway, tonight's giveaway, type unicorn in the comments. You can spell it UNICORN, or you can spell it UNIKORN, but type unicorn to get entered into tonight's giveaway. So let's roll right in, shall we? Because I missed you so much. Let's start. All right. So tonight's live is actually sponsored by the illustrious, just dynamic, just amazing. She is a unicorn. It's the Unicorn Tribe. The owner, her name is Michi Renee. And when she says it, she wants you to smile while you say it. Michi Renee. Okay. She is a hoot and a half, and she owns the company called the Unicorn Tribe. So what is the Unicorn Tribe? The Unicorn Tribe is a community of diverse women, entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and business owners that get together and talk about everything business, everything life, everything struggles, everything wins, strategies, monetization, the whole entire enchilada. I behoove you to please look up the Unicorn Tribe group too as well, right? But so the Unicorn Tribe, actually, the owner, she is an intuitive life and business coach. So what does that mean, right? So basically, you know how there's like a lot of business coaches out there or executive coaches out there, and then you have people who deal with like life and trauma and mindset blocks. She is both of those jammed into one, and her personality definitely covers all of them. If you need someone who's going to hold you accountable, someone who is going to figure out how to take your one idea and split it into 20 different streams of income, Michi with the Unicorn Tribe is going to be your girl. She is tonight's sponsor. And to be honest with you, I am so happy that I met her in one of the groups on Facebook. Ever since I met her in June briefly, or in July briefly, and then I met her again in June. And ever since June, my life, I will honestly hand the Bible, has changed forever. So if you're just joining us, we have a giveaway tonight. So please put into the comments the word unicorn. You can spell UNICORN or UNIKORN, and you will be entered in tonight's drawing or giveaway. Okay, awesome. So I just loved on her a little bit. Here is her information just real quick if you want to see it. All right. Here we go. Okay, cool. We got it there. All right, so let's talk about our weekly wins, right? I love talking about weekly wins personally. I like hearing other people win. I like seeing other men, women. I don't care who you are. As long as you're winning, I love to see that. It makes me feel so good inside to see other people beaming from their happiness, right? So I'm going to go to the comments real quick, and Takia was really nice enough to show me the wins. So sweet. Because Facebook and StreamYard have been beefing a little bit, so I couldn't see them, but you guys could. So I'm just going to look to this way real quick, and I'm going to look and see what the wins were actually. Okay, so Ikea said her win was she learned how to use Katara automation. That's awesome. I love learning new technology. It keeps you going, and you just figure out how to do things and connect things so much quicker. It's so awesome. Cozy said wins. She landed 3 traveling catering events to include the Dominican Republic. Oh, you go, girl. Your food looks beautiful. It's like a piece of artwork. It's my food never looks like that. I need to start buying the prepped meals. It's crazy. Michi, tonight's sponsor with the Unicorn Tribe, she said that she wrote her 5-day life challenge on brand messaging. It's good, y'all. It's awesome. If you have a business either established or you are starting one, you need to figure out what your brand is, and not just what your company is about, what your company mission and vision is. There's so many more layers that go into that, and not just figuring out what your brand is, but what it's actually going to say to other people, to the end user, to the customer. Finny Forbes says when she managed to work on her business each day this week while maintaining her 4 kids and e-learning schedule. I feel you. I feel you. It is an upward battle every single day. I have 5 kids. 4 of them are in homeschool. It is a struggle. It's to do anything, to even do laundry while they're in homeschool. 1,000,001 questions, 1,000,001 phone calls from all the teachers. Let's see. Takia says she survived her first week of virtual teaching and virtual mommying. We're all still live and nothing's broken. Yay! Gosh, this e-learning is just really taking us for a loop. It's crazy. Jackie says she opened her mail to a surprise that she thought she missed out on. Oh, I love that. I used to love those commercials like at 3:45 in the morning where the people were like in a church and they would be like, oh, I went to my mailbox and I had a check in there for $6,000. I didn't even know it was coming. I want a day like that. I will give you my address for you to send me a check for $6,000, like a legitimate check. So that is awesome. I love it. So my win, honestly, other than just making it through the week, I was able to help a client of mine prepare for her launch this coming weekend, planning, using a lot of the new templates and tools that I just purchased for the business, actually unpacking it and not just letting it sit in my inbox and get dusty, has been honestly a big win for me, finding the time to actually get that stuff done. So I definitely take it seriously. Let's see. She said, hi guys. Hi, Jackie Lloyd. Oh girl, she might be winning again. She won one of our last giveaways. So who knows? All right, awesome. So again, the segment we're gonna do is I want to know what you guys want out of 2021. I know you've thought about it already. If you haven't started planning for it, I just want to know what it is that you actually want. What do you want from your business? What do you want out of your life? What do you want from yourself? What do you want from your spouse? What do you want from your kids, your support system? What is it? What's your big thing in 2021 that is just gonna just make you just go, finally. Finally, we're in a new year. For me, to be honest with you, I want to continue scaling my company. That's what we're in process of doing right now. We just hired a phenomenal executive assistant personally just for the brand. Her name is Charmaine. I don't know if she's watching or not. If you are, Charmaine, put it in the comments, say hi so everybody can love on you, because that's what we do at Assist-U. And she is finally helping me get a lot of the things and processes and stuff that I wanted to get taken care of for the company done. And by the end of the year, I know we're just going to be, hit the ground running. It's going to be 2021 is going to be amazing for Assist-U. So super excited. So again, 2 things. Type unicorn in the comments if you haven't already, however you want to spell it. And the second thing is type what you would like from or out of 2021. What is going to make your year just top notch, right? Awesome. So in light of it being, because I don't want to be insensitive, as a brand, Assist-U is all about helping people. And sometimes that's helping people, grieve or whatever the process may be. Today I was reminded just how precious life actually is. I had a brief conversation this morning about where I was on 9/11 in 2001. And I don't want to freak you guys out, but I was in 8th grade history class, and we were learning the preamble for the Constitution of the United States of America. Like, we had to recite it and memorize it. So that's where I was. And when it happened, I know so many people who have, much like COVID, been affected and been touched by this horrific event that happened in our history. But, it is our history and all of our history. And I definitely always like to take moments to reflect on how I can be more mindful and more timely with my showing of compassion and care for other people, and also showing my compassion and care in my business as well, and to my clients. So definitely was a great day to, not great day, but it was a great day to be reminded just how much you need to, be mindful of, time is of the essence. So that was pretty awesome for me. So if you learned anything significant this week, go ahead and, put it in there. Reminded about something, put it in there. So rolling right along, I'm actually going to do a little bit something different real quick. We're going to do the Mission 100 now, just in case you've never seen it or heard about it before, because tonight's information, there's so much we have to cover. And so much you're going to be writing down. So if you're, well, I know you're going to be here at the end because you want the giveaway, but you're going to be so, maybe a little bit tired at the end. So definitely want to do it now while I have you fresh and you're awake on our date night. So let's talk about it real quick. So Mission 100 is basically Assist-U and the team got together and we decided how we want to spend the next year. And we decided that we want to spend the next year by helping new and aspiring business owners either start their business or launch their business or a new product or service. How are we going to do that? Well, we're doing things like this, like the Friday Night Lives. We're also being more active and proactive on our social media channels. We are, finding the crevices and the places that new people are going and hanging out at, so then we can lend a hand or give advice or show them something new right on the spot. And we take it very, very seriously. I don't want to sit here and be a liar and tell you guys how many we've done since last week, because honestly, I didn't have enough time to count. I was so excited about tonight's live and the content. But I'll get back to you next Friday and I will definitely let you know. But that's our Mission 100. So if you know somebody or if you are secretly in the cut wanting to start your business or wanting to launch a new product or service or grow maybe a brand, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help you achieve your goals, right? All right, cool. So I'm going to go to the comments real quick and see what people are talking about for 2021 before we go on to the next part. So, CJ's there. Oh, hi, CJ. Heart. CJ's my best friend. How did we meet? We met in middle school. Jesus. And he's engaged. So excited. I love love. Okay, so Takia says, 2021, she wants to hit the bestsellers list with her own book, not as part of someone else's. You can do it. You have just such a skill, not to, put you out on the spot, but Takia, you just have such a skill that I don't know why you haven't written your own book yet. I think maybe, you were just researching for so long and you were just kind of sitting and waiting and kind of like standing in front of a microwave with kettle corn popcorn inside, and you don't want to press the start button because you just know it's going to just blow up and everything is just going to get bigger and you're not going to have time for anything else. I think that's what you were doing. I think you were just waiting to start your popcorn. So if it doesn't make sense, those are my types of metaphors. It's so funny. Okay, so Michi says she wants to build multiple six figures. Her mission is to smile on 200 people in 2021. She wants to hire employees and launch a podcast. You could do it. Just do it. Do that. Make that plan. Start with that end goal and moonwalk your way back into it. Okay. I mean, it is totally possible. CJ says, yep, that's CJ. CJ says he wants to finish his license and credentials to be a broker for his future transportation business in 2021. All right. That's so exciting. Oh, I love it. Now, where are you going to go? Where's your transportation business going to go, CJ? I want to hear more about this. We're going to probably have to talk after this, or put it in the comments so I can look at it. Yep. Takia, I know I'm right. It's fine. You didn't even have to admit it. It's fine. Okay, so are you ready for tonight's topic? I'm so excited. Okay, so typically I give you guys an infographic, but I'm finding on the nights where there's a lot of information that it's probably for you to just kind of be a little focused on just one thing, and not to be vain, but the one thing is me, right? And also, I also want you guys to get in the habit of asking your questions in the comments and maybe even sending me an email so then I can help you work through some of these things, or if you have any questions. So tonight we're talking about getting ready for 2021. Now, that can mean a multitude of things, but because we love business on our date nights, of course, this is about your business. I mean, what else, right? Nothing matters. No, it does, but you know what I'm saying. Not on our date night, not during our date time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We have a couple of topics to cover. Please ask your questions in the comments, and I will get to them before we move on to the very next topic. Okay, ready? Here we go. Pens, pencils. Yep. All right, let's go. All right, so let's start with accounting year end. I don't care what type of business you have, whether it's service-based or retail or even drop shipping, like you have to have some type of form of accounting and books. And you have to, I mean, if you're legal, file taxes. And I can tell you in working with accountants that do taxes during tax season, their biggest pet peeve is having a customer come in or email their financials that they believe are clean or done. And then, 5 minutes later, they send another email. And then a day later, they send another email. And then a couple of days later, they send another email. No. I mean, honestly, the one person I would not like to make angry is a dentist, a doctor, if you're like having a baby, because I'm a mom, and then your accountant. You don't want to make those three people angry with you. Two are messing with your life, and the other one's messing with your business life, with your money, with your tax credits and rebates and all this other stuff. You do not want to anger your accountant. So how do we not make these accounting people angry? We prepare for the year end. You're preparing for your accounting year end should theoretically start now, like in September. There's a lot of things that you can do to prepare yourself for the end of year accounting closing and for tax season and to start off your 2021 year off right. So that's why we're starting with accounting, because everything just basically trickles down from there. So one of the things you want to do while you're planning for your accounting year end is to clean up your books. So what does that mean? To me, in my opinion, what I think it means is to go ahead and do your last and final push, or start pushing your customers or clients if you have outstanding receivables. So if you do work for people and it's not on a retainer, or it is on a retainer and you've wasted the retainer, now you have all of this stuff that you need to bill and get money for, or you have invoices outstanding that in your 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90 buckets, you want to start, just gently pushing in September, and then pushing a little harder in October, and then, like knocking on doors in November, and then December, you just all out showing up like, where is my money? Basically. But you want to kind of get those wheels in motion now and start to identify the outliers, the people who have been really, really slow to pay, and start asking them to, kind of hurry up in that process. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you do your final push on your sales. So I know that there's a lot of like boutiques and retail e-commerce businesses online and stuff like that. And you just automatically do this because you have Halloween, then you have Black Friday, Thanksgiving, you have Christmas Eve, all of those big national holidays. But you can also have in the middle ones too. I mean, we just passed by National Lazy Mom Day. It would have been great if you're selling those slippers with the little faux fur on there. I mean, moms like to buy stuff like that. That makes them feel good. So there's a lot of interim sales points and things that you can do as well. So you want to definitely make sure you do a final push. Also, then you want to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row as far as your like e-filing of your receipts and things in order. You want to make sure that you have them all in an organized fashion. So all you have to do is probably zip the file and email it to your accountant. You want to make sure that you work with your accountant and talk to them if you have one. If you're doing like all your bookkeeping yourself, make sure that your financials are up to date and are accurate. A lot of people are not closing their months. So basically they're not zeroing out their temporary accounts and pushing it into their permanent accounts. If you don't know what that means, just look it up. Just know that a lot of people don't do that for whatever reason. You want to make sure that your financials are accurate and they're correct as they possibly can by the end of the third quarter. Because at the start of the fourth quarter, which is October, you want to be starting to look at 2021. So any type of issues or questions or voided checks or refunds or chargebacks from the credit card merchants, you want to make sure you have all of that information nice and organized and fixed in your books and on your GL, which is your general ledger, and make sure that everything is closed properly before you start to get into the fourth quarter. So then you also want to, while you're in September and maybe like early October, book an appointment with your accountant if you need to. I will tell you, accountants would rather talk to you in October or November versus like early November versus late November, December, January, because a lot of people are starting to ask questions, or they might be taking also individuals and not just businesses. So a lot of people like to file early in December, and they're training their new people to do taxes. So it's just a better opportune time considering their time in September and October for any accounting questions you may have, any new loopholes or tax credits that are new. What information would you need in order for me to get this type of questions, type of conversation? You want to definitely make sure you hit on that. And then you also want to take a look at your ledger and see which vendors you actually paid more than $600 to. And you want to ask them for a W-9 so that you can get them a 1099 and you can show proof when you're filing your taxes and it goes to the government that you've actually expended money, expense money to various different companies. So then not only will they have to then recognize that revenue as well, because now the government knows that they made it, but then also that is deducted from your liabilities, and you're showing that, you know, you made all this money, but you have this amount of money, like less in the bank, and where it went, right? So those are some of the things that you definitely want to do. Some companies might fight you on sending you a W-9. Some big companies don't send you a W-9. They'll just send you a 1099 or whatever at the end of the year. So that's not really a big concern. If they say no, you can find their EIN on the IRS website if you have to. But most legitimate companies will submit a W-9 to you, no matter what. So, hey, Anya. She's like, hey, good looking. Hey. So that is the accounting year in a nutshell. Does anybody have any questions about that? No? Okay. So one more section and then we're going to do our giveaway because we actually have more than one. So the next section that we're actually going to cover is called revenues and sales goals. So what people really, really like to do is to dream about how much they want their company to make, and not actually figure out how they need to get there. We've talked about that a couple of times in our lives. But this time I want to do a calculation with you, okay? So, and maybe this could have been helpful on an infographic, but you're just gonna have to follow along with me because I get super excited with numbers. So I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, put it in the comments and I will redo it for you, okay? So let's say that you are in business in your first year, you made $100,000. And then in your second year, you made $250,000. Your percentage of revenue growth would be 150%. I'll say it again. You made $100,000 in your first year. Your second year, you made $250,000. $50,000 in the second year, then your growth revenue percentage would be 150% growth for your revenue. That is calculated by taking your current year minus the prior year, and whatever that number is, dividing it by your prior year's revenue. So I'll give you another calculation. If you made $25,000 in your first year, and then $14,000 in your second year because of COVID, or maybe you only did a part-time, or what have you. There could be many reasons, right? That would be a 44% decrease in revenue growth. So 25,000 your first year, 14,000 the second year would be a 44% decrease in revenue growth. But we don't want to focus on the negative, right? We want to always stick to the positive, always stick to the success. I mean, be realistic, but yes. So let's say that you are in business for 3 years. Now I'm going to take it full circle for you. So let's say you were in business for 3 years. Your first year, you made $50,000. Your second year, you made $88,000. And then in your third year, which would be this year, you are projected to make, because it's only September, but you're projected to make $103,000. Okay. So your increase of revenue percentage from year 1 to year 2 is 76% in growth. Then from year 2 to year 3, you had growth, but it's not as much as 76. You had 17.05% in revenue growth for the year because you have your projected. What you would want to do as you are creating your budget and your revenue, like expected revenue goals, once you've been in business for a couple of years, you want to use this type of metric. So you would take your 76% growth revenue from year 1 to year 2, and you would plus it together, or add it together, with your 17% from year 2 to year 3. Then you would divide and take the average of that. So the average of 76% and 17.05% is actually 46.5%. So you're like, Antonia, why did you take me down this horrid math path? Because when you are an established business, or you've been in business for more than 2 years, and you're trying to plan for your revenue and sales goals and be realistic, you should be using the statistics in your business. You should be using the stats. So if you know that on average, out of the 2 years, first you had that banging year, and then the second year was amazing, and then the third year, it was also amazing, because who's going to sneeze at $103,000, right? But it wasn't quite as big of a jump from year 1 to year 2. You have to find a number in order to level it out and figure out how you're going to budget for your revenue for next year, for the following year. So now that we know in this scenario that the average percentage of growth for this business is 46.5%, you would take that and multiply that to the $103,000 that you are projected to make this year. That gives you an increase of $43,895. Okay? I'm sorry, $47,895. So in 2021, this particular business is expecting to generate $150,895 for the following year. That's their calculation. So you figure out what your average growth percentage rate for your revenue is, and then you multiply that to your current year projected revenue, and you'll find out how much you need to add back to your current year revenue, so you can figure out how much your 2021, the next year revenue, is going to be. So now this particular company knows they're going to be bringing in $150,895 in 2021. Boom. Yes, that's what we're projecting. If all things stay the same, that's how much you should be expecting to bring in 2021. So now that you know what that number is, and there's method to this madness, You start with your accounting year end. Then from there, you can pull your numbers from your financials about your revenue. And then you can do the calculation to figure out how much you're actually expected or projected to bring in 2021. Take that, and then you start creating other things like your marketing budget. Yay! Everybody loves marketing. They love making flyers and business cards and all this other stuff. So, but you have to know where the money is going to come from. And so we'll touch on that just real quick. We're actually going to do our first giveaway right now. Yay! Okay. So, let your hands rest if you were taking notes. Just real quick, just shake it out. It's fine. We're here. We only got a couple more topics. So, tonight's giveaway is actually super, super exciting. Michi, our sponsor with the Unicorn Tribe, she's actually giving away not one, but 2 all access to her 30-day challenge. All right. So she has this, I believe it's called a Boss Up Business Builder Challenge, and it's 30 days. It normally goes for, I believe, about like $40. But she's actually going to give away 2 to 2 people who actually were brave enough to put unicorn in the comments. So let me go in now and figure out who the winner is going to be. Hold on a second. Okay. So 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Takia, you won. I love it. Congratulations, Takia. Let me write it down. Takia gets the 30 Boss Up Builder 30-day. Congratulations. Message me after tonight's live and I will get you the link so you can have access to it for free. And thank you so much, Michi, for giving away those nuggets, because I've seen the inside of it and it is amazing. You're really going to learn some stuff and get started on your business. And I think in Takia's case, she'll probably learn how to build her business around being an author, because she's going to author her own book, right, Takia? Right. All right. So back to this beautiful marketing budget. Okay, so the marketing budget, it should consist of a couple of things, and you can make it as simple or as complex as you would like it to be. But you just kind of got to stay on task. A lot of people will go off task and start just throwing in a lot of different things that really don't fall under the marketing umbrella. With your budget, you want to be really, really stingy. You don't want to share. And if you're going to put things or add things, you want to give them their own budget. So things that would typically fall under a marketing budget are business cards, website hosting, right? Because you have to keep your website up. Things like this, I would put under my marketing budget, which is StreamYard, the membership, because I'm not using StreamYard to actually sell or provide a service to someone. I'm actually using it to market the business and the missions and the goals and the values of Assist-U. Okay. So then also another thing would be like social media advertising, paying for sponsorships for different events. I would put all of that under marketing. Anything that's going to enhance your brand, get the awareness out there. Even like, well, no, those would be donations. See, I almost did it. I almost did, giving things away so that your name could be like as a sponsor, but no, those are charitable donations. I almost did it. But those different things you would want to put under the marketing budget. So in our scenario, we said that the company is going to project to bring in $150,895 in 2021, right? Most experts say that if you are a startup, you want to spend between 12 and 20% of your projected revenue on your marketing budget. That is a huge chunk of money, but you know, it's necessary, because without marketing, you technically don't have a business, because nobody knows who you are or where you are. So It's a necessary fun evil, right? You get all of your creative juices out. So that's for a startup. If you are an established company, you want to spend about like less than that, or half of that. So from 6 to 12% of your projected revenue for 2021, you would want to spend on your marketing budget. So if your company is expecting to bring in $150,895, you want to make sure that you are not lying to yourself and do the calculation properly, and know that your 12%, if you are an established business, would be $18,107.40. That doesn't really go that far when you're calculating a lot of things like Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, Pinterest advertising, advertising on LinkedIn, maybe getting a radio spot. We just got a quote the other day for doing radio, I think they're like 60-second spots on the radio to talk about Assist-U and the mission and all that stuff. And that came up to like $5,000. So that is a huge chunk of the budget, right? So you can increase the amount that the experts suggest depending on what your goals are. But you want to make sure you have a clear understanding of what you want your marketing budget to do for you, your brand, and your company as a whole. Do you want it to increase brand awareness? Do you want it to land you clients? Do you want it to get you in the doors of more places? You kind of need to know exactly what you want to spend it on. And now it would be the time to do it as you're planning your strategies for 2021. So that is that real quick. Let me check the comments. There's like 7. Okay, so yes. So Anya said digital ads, TV commercials, brand awareness, emails, social media influencers, and more. That's right. Right. And she agrees with the 20%. Whoop. It's a lot. Oh, I am so sorry. So the giveaway is actually the 7-day Boss Up Business Bootcamp. Yep, and it's a $40 value. Absolutely. Congratulations to Kia. Okay, so if you wanted to be entered in the second giveaway, I believe we wanted you to put in what are you expecting to get out of 2021. So if you want access to that 7-day Boss Up Business Bootcamp, where it's going to like just rejuvenate your business all in 7 days, then please put in the comments what you would like to get out of 2021. So next, let's move right along just real quick. So always with the marketing, I always tend to put in there like something about social media. I don't know why people think a marketing strategy and a social media strategy are always together or are in one and the same. I think it's fine to pair them together, but they are two very different things. So just real quick about this, you want to make sure that you are establishing things that your brand cares about. So National Hot Dog Day. If your brand cares about National Hot Dog Day on your social media planner for 2021, you should have National Hot Dog Day hashtag on your calendar. If your brand cares about, the color, or actually what just passed was National Care Bears Day. I don't know if you remember Care Bears. So it's the bears that are all these different like Skittles colors, and they have the circle, and like one's like heart and lion. So it was National Care Bears Day. So if your company cares about Care Bears Day, you might want to add it on there because those dates will sneak up on you. Some other things that you want to make sure you add to your calendar are like your national holidays, obviously. The trendy national holidays. So like the National Care Bears Day would be one. Sales that you would like to run on those different days. Like if there's just like some, I know here in Tampa, they have like a lot of different festivals downtown. They're not really like holidays, but they're definitely things that if you had merchandise as a retailer, you want to be a part of. and they're always the same days every year, then you definitely want to add those dates onto your calendar so you can start drumming up anticipation of you being there, or you going, or you're participating, or whatnot. And then other things that you want to put on there are like your personal holidays. So what I mean by that is things that your brand cares about. You as the owner, hopefully you are in line with your business, but sometimes you might not resonate with all of the holidays your brand would, because it's a separate entity. It is an entirely different, inclusive, big thing. And what your brand might care about, which could be the collective of the voices of your employees, you might not, but you want to put your brand's personal holidays on your calendar so you can remember them, and always project the things that your brand cares about and not miss those dates either. Okay. Did I lose anybody yet? Nope. Okay. Awesome. So we're going to move right along. And this is actually the last section of tonight's live. We're at like 45 minutes. I told you it was going to be a lot of information. So I'll breeze through this one pretty quickly so we can give away the last giveaway. So also improving processes for 2021. Okay, so I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You should be improving your processes constantly, always, forever. You should never be stagnant. Now, is there enough hours in the day? No. Do you have time to train people on everything? No. Are things going to fall through the cracks? Sometimes. Hopefully not, but it just happens. So you always want to try to start your new year off on the best foot. So just like those New Year's resolutions that, only 5% of them actually get done and completed, you want to try to start every year as a fresh, as a new. And, just let the fact that you let things go last year behind you, just let it go, just shake it out of your head. I don't know if you need a haircut to do it or not. But you want to start your January 1st as a brand new slate, right? So to do that, you kind of want to be real with yourself, be real with your staff. Don't be accusatory, because we learned last week that is not the best way to be to get people to respond and actually want to do the things that you want them to do, even if that's to tell the truth. So you want to just maybe have like a round table and sit down and everybody talk about all the things that they would like to improve, or that could be made easier, or that wasn't quite working, from all angles, from the customer angle, from the vendor angle, from the owner's angle, from the employee's angle, from the receptionist's angle. Nobody's angle is lesser than the other. And you really want to evaluate your company's processes and then make a priority list of the things that you want to, or you can fix either immediately, in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or it has to wait until January 1. So some of the things I have on my list that you could actually do, which I think would be great ideas. So you want to start planning your improvement of the process for the buyer. That can include updating your website, updating those widgets on your website, making sure having somebody go through and make sure all the buttons are clicking correctly and doing exactly what you're wanting them to do. Have somebody sit there and count how many clicks they actually have to get or to do in order to get to where maybe checkout or to get that coupon, because you might be able to help those abandoned carts by reducing the number of clicks. Sounds super simple and very small and probably insignificant, but it's real, right? It could help. Client onboarding process, making it easier for people to work with you, to become your client and your customer. Thinking about the frequency of your emails. If you've had tons of people unsubscribe from your email list in the current year, maybe think about how many times you're emailing them. Are you annoying them and they just don't want to tell you, right? Better collaboration with your team. So a lot of companies are now using things like Slack or Messenger to communicate with each other virtually, just making sure that you have the best tech out there possible. It might be that you need to implement new tech or start researching automations. Another thing more on the employee personal side of improving a process would be maybe you've grown so much to the point that now you need to think about retreats or benefits or health and wellness programs, updating the employee handbook to add all the new changes from 2020 into it so that it's ready to go for 2021. A really great thing to do when you're doing trying to improve your processes as an owner is to do employee surveys and let them know that it's anonymous. I would have a team meeting. I would show them the employee survey. I would push, do my selections, and then press submit and show them that you will not be able to see who did what on the survey, right? And so that they can feel comfortable to do it. So I think those are some of the major things that most companies don't really have enough time to work on and to fix in the interim. So maybe planning ahead for 2021 will help you actually get some of those things done. So that's it. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling ready for 2021? No? Yeah? I hope so. I gave you a lot of information. I know I threw a lot at you. If you need help, as always, don't hesitate to message me or to send me an email. I'd be more than happy to respond to you and help you out as much as I possibly can. So, all right. So here we go with the last giveaway for the 7-day Boss Up Boot Camp, which is a $40 value. It's $39.97. So I had asked you guys to put into the comments what you wanted out of 2021. So let me think of a number. Go with, we did 4 last time. Let's do 3. She says, I'm ready. Head is about to explode. Numbers are not my game. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see. All right. CJ, you won tonight's giveaway. So exciting. Okay, CJ, send me a message and I will make sure you get the link to the 7-day Boss Up Boot Camp so that you can go ahead and start planning your business of what you're going to do after you get your license and your credentials, because that's just the first step, buddy. It's just the first step. So, well, I hope you guys had fun. I think this was the longest date night we've ever had. I think that's pretty awesome. I feel like the planning of 2021 is super important, and it's even more important to get a head start on it early so that you don't miss something, and so that you can have the best 2021 you possibly can. So, as always, thank you guys for being here with me on our date night. It's my most favorite night of the week, and I really appreciate you guys. All right, have a good night and, love on each other. Bye.